everyone.
Oh, sorry. I'm just clearing my throat. I'm getting ready to go. Start again. They'll never know, Fizz. Start again.
No, rewind. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Best Friends Club Podcast. We're your host. My name's Fizz.
And my name is Charlotte.
And today we are going to be discussing and analyzing my American accent. Not my American accent, but the video on Amazing Phil.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. I need to. I don't want anyone to think I'm gonna start speaking in an American accent.
That is absolutely not what is going to happen today.
No.
So my American accent was uploaded to Amazing Phil on the 23rd of March 2011. Sort of similar to the baking video that we watched last week. Sort of the same things were going on because it loaded in the same month. Phil was living in his flat. Dan was also basically living at Phil's flat.
Basically. You know what's funny? So while looking at older tweets to see what they were up to, I saw a tweet from Dan mentioning his flatmates. Like him and his flatmates went to the pub or something, and I was like,
Oh
what
yes,
flatmates?
I think I saw that.
And I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean flatmates? I was like, flatmates plural? Like, what? And then I realized, oh, he didn't actually live with Phil at this point.
Contrary to what people might thought, being as Dan was in every single one of Phil's videos, and I think all of Dan's videos were probably also filmed in Phil's flat. They didn't live together. Shocking information.
Shocking. Like, I'm sure he showed up at the dorms and people were like, oh, you're Dan. Oh. But yeah, this is a pretty fun short video. It's like 4.5 minutes long. Pretty snappy, yeah, and very to the point. Like they don't like dilly dally.
They don't mess about.
Like, hey, we're gonna do American accent.
Yeah, they get straight into those American accents. One of the very first things that I picked up on watching it is how good the video quality was. I don't know if you also noticed that.
I did. Like the lighting is better and the video quality is better. Did
Yeah,
they get
like it looks really HD.
gifted cameras?
Yeah, so we talked about this with the we talked about this with the was it Amazing Dan 2? I think it was that they tweeted about
getting new
asking for cameras. Yeah, so I presume that these are YouTube gifted cameras. So the quality is beautiful now.
And it really is. Like I think they're also at this point using studio lighting, or if not just the lighting in that flat was I don't know, because isn't it like a lot better? Like they're not using natural light as their source or anything.
Maybe
And
they have. Maybe Phil had invested in some of those big box lights that every YouTuber had.
And then they just like ended up sharing for the rest of time. Yeah.
So they filmed this on the 20th of March because I have a tweet from Phil just for some little extra research, saying that he was finally doing the American accent video and asking people to reply with some things you want me and Dan to try and say in our best American accent. So he filmed and uploaded this in 3 days. 2023 Phil could
never. He would probably like forget that he asked for things and then film it, and then we'd get it like a month later.
I will say that since he's gotten an editor, the videos have been coming thick and fast.
That's true. I bet like it helps a lot that he has an editor. I think he has like a few different editors. I think he's trying out.
Yeah, he's definitely had a couple. Whether he is just trying out or if that's his plan is to have a few different ones, I don't know.
And it makes the videos like a lot fresher, but obviously since it's still him in the videos, it's still like amazing Phil. And it's very fun.
And good for him. I've been wanting him to get an editor for years. Like, and I feel like he's just wanted so much control over his own videos. That's why it's taken so long.
Yeah. And he's admitted to that as well. Like, oh, I need to control everything, which is fair enough. But yeah,
I feel
good
like it
for
just comes
Phil.
with the job.
Yeah. Especially because YouTubers like have always started out doing things themselves.
Yeah.
Um, the OG ones at least. So like, why would you let anyone else do that? Yeah. Um, but yeah, so into the video we go, I guess. Immediately, the first thing that shows up, so he introduces Dan as his glamorous assistant, which is a theme.
Yeah.
It's just how he introduces Dan at this point.
I also added that because whenever he then goes to introduce Dan in any other video, it's always in this really like convoluted, stupid way.
Yes, and it gets even more convoluted like over the years. It starts out as just like my
Yeah.
glamorous assistant, and then it just it just gets worse and worse.
The one that just came to my mind, I think it is. I want to say it's Phil curling his hair video, and he introduces Dan. He's hiding behind a cushion, and he's like, "His name rhymes with spaniel towel."
I remember
Oh
that
my
one. Was it
god! I think it's the hair curling one,
Oh, the hair
or is
curling
it
one.
the or is it the Dan Phil predicting Dan's future? That one.
Editing Fizz here to let you know that it was Dan curls my hair. Charlotte has an incredible memory. I thought because he said pillow, he loves to hide Dan behind a pillow. He does it
Yes,
in
yes, he
Dan and
does.
Phil text each other, or maybe one of them. But yeah,
Yeah,
this is like a very basic, amazing Phil introduction. This one,
and
at
something
least,
that will
not.
continue. It's nice to know that they keep the same jokes, same themes in their
Yeah,
videos.
yeah, for sure. Like they love a bit. Um,
They do. They love a bit and they commit to the bit.
just full on 100% committing to the bit. That's I think we all get that from them as well. Like as a fandom, we love to commit to the bit.
Yeah, and that's all that their videos are, and
Yeah,
that's all they've been
there's
doing for the past like 12 years. Is just them committing to the bit.
yes, exactly. There's a bunch of things that I noticed like that they do again and again. For example, so Dan appears and he has on the Robert Pattinson mask, which we now
Yeah,
know was like a Christmas gift from Phil last year. So that has stayed.
that has stayed. I wonder when they got rid of that, or if they still have it. Can you imagine?
I think if they still have it, it's probably in some storage box. I hope they have it. Like their hoarder tendencies
I hope
are
they have it. I hope they have it framed, to be honest, and up in the house, in the house. I hope it's framed in the
in
house.
the files. Oh my
In the
god, can you
house.
imagine? Just like a in the files. I love their names for the houses. Like I mean, we talked about it last week, but like the Phallus of Dreams, which isn't tapping off, guys.
Yeah,
If you have a copy of it, you should take a look. It's right there.
yeah.
Um,
I replied to someone on someone sent us a Tumblr. Someone sent us a Tumblr. Someone sent us a message on Tumblr. They thought that I'd said phallus, like phallus, as in like a phallic shape, and that's what it was because they'd never heard it said out loud
no,
before. And I was like, no, like palace, but with a ph. So maybe I should have
yeah,
specified that in the last episode. But I think that's on Dan and Phil for doing that. And I think that they knew what they were doing when they called it that because they knew if someone said it out loud that that's what it would sound like.
I think so too. That sounds like a very Dan Phil thing to do, honestly. But yeah, we're not there
Also,
yet,
I
though.
know
We're not there
we
yet.
called it the Faust, but I don't think Dan and Phil have never called it the Faust. I think that's just like a fandom collective term for
True,
the
I
Faust.
think so. But I hope slash I expected to have gotten to them. I don't think they would ever refer to it as the fouls, but
No,
um, yeah. But the
it's so
evolution
funny
of
saying
that
these
place
words.
going from yeah,
So funny saying these words that like I only ever see like written down, and then like you actually say them out loud. It's like, oh yeah, that's how you would say that word, like Faust.
mm-hmm, fouls. Yeah, I know, because we have these
Anyway, back to the
conversations
video. I
online,
feel like,
and but
yeah.
we're off the rails today. The energy today is a
Well,
bit all over the place.
the thing is, as well, this video is so short. I'm going to be honest, there wasn't anything to talk about for me. I wrote down like sort of 10 bullet points of stuff to talk about. So I'm feeling lots of tangents will be happening in this video.
Yeah, yeah, just like like it's fine. You'll have fun. Honestly, watch the video
Come
and you'll
along
know
for
what.
the ride.
Yeah. What's the video like? What do you? Okay, let's talk about like what we actually think about their accents. What do you think? As like we both are not
Well,
American, so like
imagine if we were American
imagine.
and we were just putting on these accents for the video,
I wish.
for the
I mean,
podium, for the podcast.
the Americans who are listening, please feel free to like leave your reviews of their accents. Or I feel like we should have gotten an authentic American with us to be
Yeah,
like,
that's fine. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I don't think they did a great job. I had a look at the comments after watching, and there was a real mixture of Americans saying that they did a really good job,
mhm.
and then other people saying that was terrible. You sounded awful.
I think so. I think what they were doing was just like sort of recreating uh accents that they hear obviously on TV, because there was a lot of mention of like Glee and Lost, and I think they did like a bunch of Friends impressions. I'm
Yeah, they
not
did.
sure. Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I think they were not fantastic. I think Phil's was a bit more subtle. To like
Yeah,
he was trying to be a bit chill about it, but Dan was just like all over the place. This is one video where I was like, Dan,
that
you're
was
kind of really annoying, actually.
the Bond video.
This one, this one in particular, like before I was like, oh, he's just being Dan, but in this one I was like rolling my eyes. Um,
I
but
think a
yeah.
lot of the comments I saw were people saying that to do his American accent, Dan just needed to sound like a sort of sassy 13-year-old
Mhm.
girl. And I agree with that, yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah, with like the snapping and stuff. Yeah, I completely agree. Uh, but yeah.
One
Oh,
thing
but
I will say, the premise of this whole video is just in general, listening to people do accents is like my personal ick. I really, really hate it. I got so much secondhand embarrassment from watching this video that I
uh,
couldn't actually watch it. I just sort of had to listen to it and close my eyes.
oh no. Maybe we should have just like ignored that we didn't do like we should have just been like, oh just
But that's not authentic, Fizz. We need to keep all of the drink content, no matter how painful, no matter how torturous it is to our
I
ears. We have to sit through it.
I know. I know this is part of the experience. But I
It is
completely
part of the
understand
experience. Not
why
all of the
though.
videos that we're going to talk, yeah, not all the videos that we're going to talk about are going to be good videos. Just
Right.
saying.
Some of them, yeah, just some of them, and I'm sure Dan and Phil will
Especially
agree,
these,
will be like, yeah.
yeah, especially some of these early ones. They are not good. Like, I feel like once we sort of get maybe, I think maybe 2012, 2013, then the
Hmm.
consistency of how good the videos are sort of levels out. But these early ones,
Yeah.
they're a real mixed bag.
I really, yeah, it's true. I think at this point, again, like, to be fair to them, they were just turning a camera on and fooling around. Um,
Yeah, I
one
think I
thing,
literally wrote one of the notes
mhm.
as what was the point of this video? Like, I don't really understand. Like, who was asking Phil to do an American accent, or was this just like a thing of the time to hear British
Apparently
people do
everyone
American
was.
accents?
Yeah, I think that's what it is because even in like the pin-offs and stuff, people would be like, "Oh, I love how you say this. Can you say it again?" And they would just say it. And I just think like people had a fascination with British people doing American accents and vice versa. It's a thing
Very
of the
bizarre.
time. Yeah.
Oh
Um,
yeah, definitely of the time.
yeah. One thing I will say is if you I don't know if you were serious when you said you weren't watching the video, but their merch makes an appearance. Dan's llama
I
hat.
have a note about that. Yes.
Yeah. So this is old merch that was also in like the Dan and Phil shop era as well, but they started off with these. So they had the llama hat and the lion plushie. and I was so like
Yeah.
shocked to see those. Like they just came out of nowhere. Um, but
I
that's
will
fun.
add for some context.
Hmm.
So the llama hat that Dan's wearing, that it doesn't exist yet, like as merch. A fan apparently gave that to him. I was doing a bit of research. So that was given to him by a fan, and then obviously because llamas became a thing,
Hmm.
he then sort of obviously bought them in bulk from wherever he got them from and then sold them as merch. So I was having a look back. So Phil didn't start selling his merch on district lines until the next month after, so April.
Ooh,
And
okay.
then I couldn't find any information as to when Dan started selling his merch, but I want to say it was probably maybe like a few months after or something like that.
Yeah,
But I couldn't find
that's
any
fun.
information on that. So yeah, so the hat isn't merch at this point. It's just Dan's personal hat.
It's just personal llama
How'd
hat.
you like them apples? It's his personal llama hat.
Whoa, that is actually a really cool fact. I would have never
Yeah,
thought that if I wasn't there in real time. I imagine people were like,
because I saw it. Yeah,
yeah. So you found
yeah, I
that out?
saw it, and I was like, was this merch or is it not merch at this point? Then just went to try and find out when they started selling merch, and yeah, there we go.
Whoa. Charlotte, everyone. I admire your research skills so much. Like, oh my god. Uh,
Thank you so much. Google is an
um,
incredible tool.
it really is. Um, but yeah, like the
Also,
big,
shout out to just everyone in the fandom for like cataloging so much information. Really, really, really
yes,
appreciate that.
yes, really, truly, we do. Thank you so much. I mean, is there anything? I mean, they do like a bunch of jokes again. They do the zebra thing again. They say microwave
Hmm.
again. Jokes that they've brought back like a bunch of times before. But yeah, anything else?
I mean, my other note, which we've said in basically every single video I think we've watched at this point, is I can't believe how much of a baby Dan looks. Like, just full on little baby face.
Yeah, for sure. I think I would say at this point he's starting to look a little bit older. I don't know if it's his hair or what, but his face itself has always been young, and he's very baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
He's definitely looking like a
Yeah.
little bit older, but still like soft baby face.
Soft. Yes, for sure. And like they're growing out. Like 2011 for me is like the box fringe hair, and it's starting to grow
It's
into that.
awful. It
It's
looks
so
so bad.
bad. I feel like I will say this now. Once we get to Phyllis on Fire 3, I feel like I'm gonna talk for like 5 minutes just about the hair and how much I don't like it.
That's fine.
Which sucks because Phyllis on it sucks because Phyllis on Fire 3 is a really good video.
It
It's
is
just
a
that
really good one. You're right.
like it's so good, but then it gets ruined because you have to look at the hair. Um,
Speaking of
let me
hair, I mean,
go.
literally 15 minutes before we uploaded that we started recording, Phil decided to post some pictures in his new shirt and his new fancy hair. What are your thoughts on Phil's new hair, Fizz?
I love it. I wasn't expecting to. So when I was watching the video where he did the reveal, did he do a reveal in the video? He did. Um,
Yeah, he
I didn't
did.
know what to think. Yeah, I didn't know what to think because I was like, I'm not used to this. I'm not. I don't know how I feel. I think he just looks kind of normal, but actually, it looks so nice. And he finally like, not that he wasn't looking it before, but he looks his age as well, and it just seems
Absolutely.
more low
Yeah,
main. Yeah,
he looks like he looks like a 36-year-old man.
oh my god, the way. What do you mean 36 years old? What? Um,
That's so obvious. This.
excuse, excuse me. He's in my mind. He's been 30 for like the last 3 years. Like, what do you mean?
No, Phil is
30?
36. I'm really sorry to break it to you.
That's insane to me. What?
He's
But yeah,
closer
what
to
did
his.
you
He's
think?
like nearly 40. Nearly 40. That's how old he is. Nearly 40.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Whoa. I don't like that. I do not like that. Ew. For context, like we have been watching Phil since he was 25 or something, like since 2012. So yeah,
Yeah.
since he
He's
was
25
25.
then?
And I'm 25 now,
Yeah.
so ugh,
That's mad.
gross. That's crazy. What did you think of his hair though?
So I think in the video, I think I tweeted my thoughts after this actually. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't think no haircuts look good as soon as you've had them done. You need to like sort of
True.
wash them and sort of style them yourself.
True, true.
So it looked a little bit odd. But then when he posted some of the pictures and then he sort of like messed it up a little bit in during the video whilst he was filming and it looked so much better. So I think he was just waiting to sort of learn how to style it himself. And then those pictures that he posted today, I think it looks really good. I think it suits him and I'm
Hmm.
glad that he's gone for this change.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that. Like, yeah, I think it needs some time. And he sort of like has to live in it or with it.
Yeah,
But yeah, we like Phil's hair. In conclusion, it's
we
good.
like Phil's hair. This is a Phil's hair safe space on this podcast.
Yes. It must be so nice though, like because he doesn't have to like quiff it up. I want him to stop dyeing it again because he stopped for a while and now he's back at it. I think.
He did.
Please stop. Your natural hair is
Please
very
stop bringing the brown hair back.
honestly like let it go. Be free.
Bring back the brown hair.
Hmm. This video is also a rep like it's the same as as the last one where they're kind of pushing VU um at the
Yeah.
end.
But again, it's the same month
They're like,
as the last one. So
hmm
obviously VU's now sort of is just become a thing that they've made their channels. And it's going to be the
yes.
next big thing. Don't forget Fizz.
Don't forget, it doesn't matter that the links don't work anymore. It will be the next best thing. We don't know. It might be under construction. Also, there is I looked in the description and they had a channel for the Fantastic Foursome, which at this point, if you don't
Yeah,
know,
because they mentioned that.
yeah, if you don't know, that's Dan and Phil and Kick the PJ and I almost said Charlie, not Charlie, Chris. Craft Six Chris. Um, they are the Fantastic Foursome, and you should check out their videos as well because they're pretty good. um,
Pretty good.
yeah.
Did we want to include some of those in this podcast? Do they count as joint content? Or do we want to just stick to Dan and Phil?
Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know because I mean Dan and
I know
Phil
we've got the
spin the
I
bottle.
know there's at least two videos.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
can
there's
do
at
them.
least two.
If there's two of them, we can do them. Why not? Because I really like the Twister
We'll
one.
put it.
Personally, I love the
Yeah,
Twister
that's the
one.
one that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the main one that I'm thinking of. And then there's the one that they filmed
Like
when they all went to Italy on that holiday.
yes, the spin the bottle or whatever. The thumbnail is spin the bottle, I think, but the I know which one you're talking about. If there's only
Yeah,
two, I think we can do them. I'd really
let
love to
us
talk
know
about the
if you're listening
yeah.
to
Let
this
us know.
podcast. Let us know. Messages on Tumblr, messages on Twitter at Best Friends Pod, whatever.
Hmm.
Let us know if we should talk about them or not.
For sure.
Are they worth our time?
They would honestly, yeah. I mean, we can just watch them on our own time, but it's better to talk about it. I think if we're gonna do them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? What else? At this point in time, Phil is prepping to go to Florida. That's what I've written. So he's getting
Yeah,
this
I
video
saw
up.
some of his tweets
Yeah,
for his yearly trip to Florida with the fam,
with
the Lester clan.
the Lester clan. And at this point, Dan is not joining him. He's just going off on his own and leaving Dan alone.
Yeah, poor Dan.
Yep.
Or
For Dan.
poor Dan to go and actually live in the dorms that he's supposed to be living in.
I know, and he has to like go to classes. Oh,
Poor baby. Poor little
poor
baby.
baby, poor little baby. He has to go to law school. Um, don't worry, Dan. It's all gonna be fine.
It's all gonna be fine. Look at you now. If in like 12 years' time, you'll have just finished a worldwide tour and you'll have bought property in London.
Whoa, not many people can say that. So good for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In like central
Uh,
London as well. So like, yeah, good for him.
whoa, good for him. Um, but yeah, do you want to add anything else? Any sort of commentary on the video or this time in Downfall's life?
That was all my notes pretty much. And then again, in the content of the video, there isn't really a lot to discuss in terms of
Mm-hmm.
content. It's just them saying things in an American accent.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think, are we finally, like, will the next episode be living with Robert Pattinson?
I think it might be living with Robert Pattinson. That's been the next video for like the past 3 episodes, but now it finally is the next one.
Woo!
And
Yeah.
we have a little special announcement. We are hopefully going to be getting a guest to join us on the
Ooh,
podcast.
yes,
Please don't get your hopes up. It's not Dan or Phil. I wish it was.
I wish
It's one of our friends. It's one of our friends. They very kindly agreed to come and join us to chat about the video. So we'll do a grand reveal
Mm-hmm.
in the next episode.
Mm-hmm. They're like,
We'll keep it under wraps for now.
yes, yes, no clues. I was about to give a clue, but I think we should keep it. No clues for now.
We'll keep it a secret. But yeah, it's definitely not Dan or Phil, I promise.
Yeah, for sure. Like, don't expect that.
Maybe by episode 20, it could be Dan or Phil if this is really kicked off.
Yeah, I mean, that would be up to everyone listening. Like, if you really want that, share the podcast and.
I don't know if I do want them on this actually, but we can
Hey,
dream. That could be a dream.
that could be a dream. Also, you're again like you are Dan's best friend at this point. So if you can get your connection,
True.
it's true. If you can get
I'll
your-
get my people to talk to his people and we can sort it out.
yeah, we can set something up maybe. Yeah, that'll be awesome. But yeah, to the next episode, we don't know if it'll be soon because I believe Charlotte is going on like a holiday, and I am also a little
I
bit
am going on a holiday.
yes, which is great. Like we love that for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, we'll try to get that one up ASAP. I'm really excited to finally move out of this flat and go
Finally.
into a bigger
The phallus of
the
dreams.
phallus of dreams. I think I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time, and yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some because we're going to get so much more joint content because they're living together. They're actually living together now.
They're actually
So-
living together now.
Joint content everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere we look, it's going to be joint content.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna cover it. We'll discuss it again. Something you can tell us if you want, but they do start like the super amazing project at this point.
Yes.
So much joint content. To look forward to.
Maybe as like a bonus episode, we could watch the first episode of the Super Amazing Project.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. But yeah, this is my American accent. This is the video.
Yeah, we're just so excited about the next video that we've just forgotten what video we're actually supposed to be talking about right now.
I know. It's been a long time coming with this next one, honestly. And the funny thing is
I
like
feel like this
yeah, and the funny thing is like the next video because they moved in like August and we're still in March. So we're gonna like
Yeah.
jump right into summer after this.
unless there's some other mysterious videos that have gotten deleted that we haven't seen, but I'm
Oh,
praying that there isn't
I'm
because we just said
praying.
no.
I'm praying because we just spent
If there is, and if there is one, and someone out there tells us about it, forget it. Like, we're just going to have to do it after. We've built up too much now to
It's true. Like,
live in the
no,
Robert Pattinson.
we'll get back to it. It's fine. I don't think there is. I've looked through both of their videos. The lists of videos. There's nothing unlisted. There's nothing privated. Please, if you find something, keep it to yourself. Like, do us a favor, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, do that.
All right. Okay. I think that's the end. I think that was our episode for this week, this day.
Before we finish, let's give our reviews of the video. Fizz, how many American accents out of 10 would you rate this video?
I think I would give this video a solid, wait, out of 10, right? I was about to give it
Out of 10, yeah.
okay. I think I would give it like a 5. I think it's all right. I think it's just an all right video. I wouldn't go back to it too often now. What about you?
I think also a 5. Yeah, like you said, there's not really anything of substance to sort of go back and enjoy, which is probably why we forgot about it in the first place, to be honest. There's not a whole lot
Honestly, yeah.
of stuff there.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of yeah, there's the nostalgia factor in it is quite low, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how it is. That's just how it is sometimes. It's fine.
Yeah.
So 5 out of 10.
A 5 out of 10. That's the average for today.
All right. So that was my American accent on Amazing Phil. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.